Hi, my name is Matt. Welcome to another episode of Unbearable 73. Let's take a look at episode 3 of Bleach, The Thousand Year Blood War, March of the Star Cross. I have a slideshow behind the scenes appearing on the screen of some nice shots from it. If you want any of these images, just shoot me an email and I'll email them to you. So, things begin to heat up. Bleach, like many shonen anime, is infamous for ending episodes right at the precipice of a fight, and that's what we get. Now, to clarify for some Bleach newcomers, the Wandenreich is Yalek's new army of Quincy. It's all of them. And that includes the Arankar and Hollow whom he conscripted into it. Even at this point, they're probably all dead. The elite members of the Wandenreich are the Sternritters. A Sternritter means star-crossed knight. The term star-crossed refers to the star symbol that you see the Quincy have on their bracelets and swords and whatever. And yes, there's a large Christian vibe with the Sternritter and the Quincy's in general, and particularly with Yalek. And yes, Yalek is derived from the name Yahweh, or YHWH, which means I am in Hebrew. Okay? I am he who is. The main action in this episode was a sort of three-way battle between Ichigo, Opie, and the three beasts. This is a classic sort of shonen battle where each fighter tanks the other's fighter attacks and seemingly taking a killing shot, and they realize they had a higher power level and were just like they show some shock, they take the hit, then they emerge utterly unscathed and say, it was nothing to me, you know. As a classic sort of shonen power up reversal. The fight's okay, well animated, and as always, the Bleach music is on spot. Now, I find these fights that are going to come in early Bleach funny for one particular reason, okay? To my memory, of course. It's been years since I read the manga. Yalek never told most of the Wanderreich about Ichigo and his actual powers. So they're all assuming they're fighting a very powerful Soul Reaper, okay? Now, spoilers, Ichigo is not using any of his Soul Reaper powers. Ichigo is both a Quincy and a Shinigami, but he's only activated his Quincy powers. And Yahweh tricked him, basically, when he was activating it. That's why Ichigo's Shikai and Bankai look like young Yahweh, because it's a trick, okay? And apparently Yahweh never bothered telling his guys, don't try to steal his Bankai because he's not actually using it. We're simulating it with my powers. Don't think you're not invulnerable to this shit because he's actually hitting you with Quincy powers, not solar powers that you're all built to defend against. Anyway, so we also get exposed to the dark side of the Soul Society with the expunging of, which you should take as execution, of the 28,000 souls to keep the balance between the Soul Society and the physical world in Higaway Mundo. Now, for some reason, Kubo took Bleach in a very dark and even Lovecraftian direction with the last couple of arcs as he wound it up. That a lot of us think it was because he was tired of it, or because he, really didn't want to deal with it. The Shonen Jump, the editors and whatever, but it just gets very dark, and like I said, it just gets very dark, and you have to expect it, and there's a little explanation. For example, one of the things that never really gets explained in the manga is what exactly is the Soul King and how he or it works. Hopefully, one of the corrections Kubo said he's going to make, this is one of them. That he's going to explain a little better, the nature of the Soul King and all this Lovecraftian crap. Finally, the last major point we see is that Yahweh sees the advantage of various events, including Ichigo being in Mundo, to open a war against Soul Society. The opening of this attack from an animation point of view is well done. The animators and writers continue to show that Yahweh himself is powerful and menacing. Your villain's got to be powerful and menacing, got to be a real threat. Unfortunately, I expect two things out of this war. I expect them to do the standard Bleach Mook Holocaust where regular Shinigami get crushed by the Sternritter, then most of the Sternritter get crushed by Ichigo and the more powerful Shinigami, and then we'll get to the point where they start stealing the Bankais of the most powerful ones, and then we'll get to the end plot when things get kind of wonky. And also, I expect to see a lot of the stupid negation power that the Sternritter are armed with. I hate absorption and negation powers a lot. I think they're overused. Like I said in the last episode, Naruto, friggin' Momoshiki had 2 Rinnegan's in his hands. Okay, I mean, what's the point? At least Ishiki had a counter talent and said the Rinnegan was troublesome, right? That was somewhat creative, even though I thought that was stupid because Sasuke and Naruto are massively nerfed for that fight too. But anyway, so again, my final thoughts here. All in all, good episode. We got a good battle. Something that will set the tone for future events to come. Not a great one, a good one, but I enjoyed this episode a lot. I rated a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching my video. Smash the like button if you liked it. Hit the Discord if you didn't. Comment down below if you want to have questions for me about this video. Please share the video if you found it worthwhile. I'm Matt. This has been another episode of Unbearable 73. Have a nice day, and I am out of here.